Hey there, how are you? I have a cute little Christmas project tonight for you. Let's see if I can get started painting these real quick. So I'm using Sunnyside to paint these little cutouts. Okay, we're going to use this transfer Making Spirits Bright and a 9x12 palette sign. Okay, the transfer and the palette sign you can get in my shop, or you can comment the word Bright, BRIGHT, to get the supplies to make this. And I did connect it, so it should work. Uh-oh. We don't want to hear that. Hi, Milta. Hi, Karen. How are you? Hope you're having a nice Sunday today. And I need a smaller brush, I think, for this. So let me get a smaller one. Okay, so I'm just painting this, the background. Oops. And I'm going to paint all of my pieces, I think, this color. And then we're going to come in, we're going to use a couple different shimmer colors, of course, because why wouldn't we use shimmer on a Christmas project? And then I think I want to paint this palette sign too. So, just kind of came up with colors just now. Moments ago. Hi, Ivy. Hey, Brooke. Hi, Janelle. Hi, Stephanie. Hi, Stacy and Lisa. Hey, Carolyn. How are y'all? Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Hope you had a wonderful day. I did. I got orders packed for my live sale. I got invoices out today, so I know I saw a bunch of you paid your invoices already. All of your orders are packed and on my porch, and hopefully my postman will stop by tomorrow and pick them up. So I do have one or two that are going UPS, and I don't know if you've noticed, Brooke, one of yours was one of these that I guess, so Chris takes my packages, most of them, to UPS for me because he is the most wonderful man on earth, okay? And he drops them off at the shop, and UPS stops by there every day and picks them up. So I know that they're picked up, like for certain, because UPS comes by there. But I guess, I don't know if it's their driver or what that has not been scanning those. So, what am I doing? So those didn't get scanned, two of them, in the last couple of weeks, didn't get scanned, and nothing was updated on them until they showed up. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Deborah. Hey, Lori. Welcome. Hi, Vera. Yeah, it's freezing in this room and in my house in general. Plus I'm wearing like a tank top, and I wanted just a little cover up, so, you know, look, I'm freezing all the time. I've been wearing a hoodie all day. I took a nap earlier, and it is so cold in my house that I had a blanket, and I was literally freezing. I had my hands inside my hoodie, like in the little pocket thing in the hoodie, and my entire body covered up in like burrito styled because it's freezing in there. And Chris is always hot, so he turns the AC down and I'm like frozen solid. And then he's like, oh my gosh, why are your hands so cold? And I'm like, I've been freezing all day long, guy. Yeah, so in the winter we will probably not use our heater very much. And we'll turn it on eventually. I'll talk him into turning it on, and it'll be on like 68, which will be probably a little too warm even for me. So yeah, that's my life. Just constantly in a freezing state. Literally a blanket at every place that I sit. At my desk, I have a blanket in here, like at my work desk in there. I have a blanket in here because I keep it kind of cold in here too. And then I get really cold when I'm moving around, and then I start moving around doing stuff, and you know, I turn it up a little bit because I get cold. And then, hi Joe, how are you? You're funny, Anita. Hi Robin, hi Tammy. I keep it really cold, and then I freeze, and I turn it up, and then I start moving around, and I get hot, and so it's like this poor air conditioner in here. Thank God it's a small space, because it would really probably cost me a ton of money if I had a bigger shed, but luckily it doesn't, and it's kind of, I think it's an energy efficient one anyways. So, just trying to paint this one more time with another layer and get it a little more better coverage, plus a little less, like, I don't know, I have kind of not a very good paint job going on here, but what's new, right? Anyway, so yeah, I just freeze. But I do have some packages going with UPS, and I apologize for them not scanning. What really annoys me, y'all, is that they didn't scan a package, okay? And I know it was picked up, and so my customer reached out to me and asked me, you know, if I had an update, if it had been shipped, because it just says on there that the label's created, right? And this was like back when we did the home decor sale, which was like over 2 weeks ago. It was on the 28th or 27th, I think we did that sale. So anyways, she asked me if I had shipped it, and I'm like, yeah, I mean, yeah, and then I'm freaking out, right? So like, I ask Chris, he goes to the shop, he double checks and like questions the guys, because all of my packages, as y'all know, are like pretty packaging. And I mean, none of those guys at the shop want that, whatever it is. Hi, Judy. They don't have a clue, and nobody's gonna steal it, right? And so, he asks around, and the guys confirm, yeah, that stuff is all picked up. There's nothing here. He goes back there and looks and doesn't find anything, and tells me, yeah, it was picked up. So I call UPS, and you know what they tell me? That I'm out of luck because I didn't actually ship it. I'm just like flabbergasted. I'm very aggravating indeed that they, I mean, obviously, I mean, I get it, right? You can't prove that it was shipped, but they basically told me that I didn't actually ship it, which is upsetting to me, because now I'm basically out of luck. Okay, and so thank goodness that same day that I called and I was looking for it, it pops up and it starts being tracked, and it was still in Nashville. Okay, it had been 2 weeks by that, or a week and a half by that point, which is quite upsetting to me and disappointing, because obviously they misplaced it or lost it or something, or the UPS driver found it in his truck probably. I don't understand, Lori, and it upsets me because I ship stuff a lot, and that response is very unprofessional. I would never, okay? And I was absolutely prepared to refund my customer at my own expense, and luckily it showed up that day, and the tracking started updating. But I would have had to pay for it out of my own pocket and refund her. And that's not right. You know, the same thing happens sometimes with the post office. Rarely, because my postman is really good. Thank goodness. He's so good. But if he's on vacation, the people that cover for him are not. And so it's the same kind of thing. They don't scan it whenever they pick up. And it doesn't have to wait until it shows. Literally, these 2 packages, y'all, Brooks too, and this other one did not get scanned. Or well, this one, I guess it got scanned in in Nashville, but Brooks didn't get scanned until it was delivered at her house. And so I was watching both of those. Because, and I don't go back and check tracking, y'all, unless if, oh no. Oh my gosh, Lori. That's so aggravating. I don't understand how, and I live in Tennessee, right? Brooke lives in California. It made it all the way across the country, hers did, without being scanned one time. And normally I don't check the tracking. I ship far too many things to check all of everyone's tracking numbers. But if you ask me about a package, I will go and track it down, obviously, because that's my job. And I'm happy to do that. But whenever I saw that one UPS package from that day was that way, and Chris asked me, was it both or all of the packages from that day? And I never can remember how many I've shipped, because it's literally a ton of packages constantly. It's packages every day, pretty much. And so I have no idea. I don't remember. I can't remember. But he asked me if it was both, and so I started looking into it, and it's 2 packages, the same situation pretty much, where nothing happened on them for a long time, and then all of a sudden they pop up, and I'm like, what? I don't even understand. Hi Jan, how are you? I can't contemplate being that way with my job. I just can't understand it. And why that's acceptable behavior is beyond me. I don't. And then whenever they basically told me it's out of our hands and there's nothing we can do, I mean, I was floored. Hi Sandra, how are you? There's several horror stories that I do have from customers. There's stuff getting completely folded in half. Like boxes getting thrown in the ditch. Oh my gosh, y'all. I am so grateful that I have a good mail carrier, because I couldn't. And I should have done this one a different color, but that's okay. We're gonna go with this. Hi Ruth Ann, how are you? Nice to see you too. Happy Sunday. Okay, so this is the transfer we're going to use tonight, okay? Making Spirits Bright. And I don't know if y'all saw it or not, but I posted in my VIP group earlier today all of the stuff that is coming out, all the new transfers, and everything that is unpausing this week. Okay, on Thursday, I think, is the 15th at 9 a.m. Mountain Time. So 8 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Central. So if you want to take a look at those, if you want to make yourself a list, I'm happy to do pre-orders. Okay, just let me know your list and I will make sure that I buy your stuff for you. And then I plan on going live that morning and showing you the website, and we'll talk about a few of my favorite things that I love from the website, and I'll show you how to, how to find everything or whatever. Okay? So that should be fun. Yes, they are coming. Oh, darn it. I didn't include that on my thing. I'm sorry. Oh, girlfriend. Yeah, so I'm actually taking my lunch at that time. I put it on my calendar that I am not to be disturbed at 10 a.m. Central on Thursday, because I will be placing orders and going live for a few minutes. Oh my gosh, Judy. No, thank you. I just cannot. With these mail people, it just floors me. I can't handle it. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We are going to wax. Hopefully this isn't too much yellow. I'm afraid this is too much yellow. That's okay. It'll be fine. So I want to wax all of my pieces. I do have my glue gun ready. It is hot and ready. Now, we're going to do this in a layered fashion, okay? So the star goes on top of this one, so I really don't have to wax the center. And then I've got this one too. So, for me, my mail carriers aren't that bad. I do get regularly, I get huge boxes from Chalk all the time that look like they have been run over by a vehicle. And I know, like, Karen's mom, she has a horrible problem with UPS. I try my best not to ship with UPS to her because they are always damaging her packages. So if there's a certain mail carrier company that is really bad for you, let me know that. And I'll try my best. Now, I can't always, especially with heavy stuff because y'all, it's so expensive. And even, so I used to do, well, I still do, use first class mail, right? And they just raised the rates, like, in the last week. So I used to be able to ship something for less than $5 with insurance, as long as it's less than a pound. And not more than 18 inches long, okay? So I can get by with a lot of things. Shipping first class mail for only about $5 or less. And now, the other day I tried to ship something in first class to California, y'all, and it was $7. And it was less than a pound. So I'm like, well, thanks for raising the price. I appreciate you letting me know that was going to happen. I mean, nothing I can do about it, right? I mean, it is what it is, but, y'all, the mail is the worst. And if you have problems with the mail service, I am so sorry. I try my best to package things perfectly. Yeah, I think that that's great, Karen, that you don't have to worry about porch pirates. And I'm really happy to I don't really have to worry about that either in our neighborhood. We're in the back of our neighborhood. Oh, they did bring it back? Okay, good, Karen. I don't remember you telling me that they did. I'm sorry, I forget whether we talked about it again after that, but I'm glad the person brought it back. That was very kind, and I mean, like, come on, people. Obviously that is the right thing to do, right? But not every person is an honest person, sadly. Although there's one time that I got a package at my old house, and I opened it because I open all packages. I don't look at the name on it, ever, okay? I opened it, and it was something, it was like some random speakers that, I don't know what they were. It was very confusing, actually, because I'm like, okay. So at the time I was with my ex still, and so I asked him, did you order this stuff? And he's like, I don't know what that is. And it turned out that the people that used to live at my house ordered it, and I guess they, like, used their PayPal or something, and it was, they didn't update their address from their old address. So somehow, I guess maybe their phone number was on the package. So we ended up calling the guy, and he was able to come by and pick it up. But, I mean, I don't know. I guess you could return it. Return to sender. I'm really happy about that too, Karen. And there's another time after I moved here, y'all, so when I moved to this house, I told my mom my address, and somehow she got it completely wrong. And so my first birthday that I lived in this house, my mom calls me, and she's like, oh, your birthday gift is there. It's delivered. And I'm like, okay, so I'm looking for it. It's not in my mailbox. I'm like, well, are you sure it's delivered? Because I don't see anything. Oh yeah, it's been delivered. I got the email. Here's the confirmation. I'm like, okay. And she tells me it's 401, right? Like my street number. I'm like, no, that's not right at all. And so me and Chris, and this is like at nighttime, So me and Chris like walked down the street and tried to figure out which house my stuff was delivered to. Look at that. Okay, so that's the first part, and then we have the star. So we're gonna do the star too. So me and Chris walked down there and knocked on the door and asked the lady, and she had my stuff. She was returning it to sender, which is fine. It was gonna go back to like JCPenney's, and then she was returning it, so she hands it to me, and my mom had told me like, oh yeah, your card's also in the mail to the same address, and I'm like, okay. So then I tell the woman like, well, I actually have a birthday card on the way too, so whenever you get that, just let me know. I live up there, you know, up the street a little ways. So the lady brings me my birthday card a couple days later whenever it arrived. We've had food delivery get delivered to the wrong place. One time I ordered groceries through Walmart and have them delivered, and that lady took my groceries to the wrong house and unloaded all of them on these people's porch. And, you know, they have, like, contactless delivery or whatever now, so she didn't even, like, talk to anybody about it. She just left the groceries there, and so she ended up going back and getting my groceries off these people's porch and then bringing them to me. But, like, just imagine, okay, if you have a Ring doorbell or a camera on your porch, and some random person that you're not expecting a delivery, right? They bring a ton of grocery bags and drop them on your front porch and leave them there, and you're like watching from your office at work or something, right? Yes, I have great neighbors, thank God. You're watching from your office, and then a few minutes later the lady comes back and loads up her car with the groceries, and you're just like, what the heck is going on? So confused right now. I don't know what's happening. I don't know why, but I find that to be extremely hilarious. I don't know if it's just me, but that would be really funny and very confusing. But yeah, she calls me, it's delivered, and I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. And she says, oh my gosh, I took it to the wrong place. I'm like, oh my goodness, woman. Okay. So anyway, yeah, the things that happen around here. Okay. And yeah, I've had, different, like, cause our street is relatively new. So I'm going to use Forest. By the way, I used, this is Harvest Shimmer, and then I used gold for this one. Hopefully that won't be weird having two different colors of gold. Our neighborhood is or this street is new, new-ish in the last 4 years, but so it's not updated on Google. Like, whenever you put in my address, it just goes to the end of the street. It doesn't take you directly to my house. So like on DoorDash and stuff, I have to put in there specific directions on which house it is, right? And so we regularly, they will drop our food off at the wrong house, and like and when Chris orders, he doesn't have them ring the bell or anything. He just lets them leave it, and then, you know, we figure out that it's been delivered if they alert us. If it gives us a notification, then we'll know, but most of the time there's no notification, so we'll just have to pay attention to it. But yeah, we've had our food dropped off at the complete wrong house before. Like, that's not my house. I don't know where that food is, but it's not here. And so that's good. Oh man. Uh-oh. Oh no, okay. Sorry, Tammy. I was thinking, I had a customer the other day that ordered on my live sale, and the address was kind of messed up. I was thinking you might be her, but I don't think so. It was weird. It wasn't like, the post office wasn't, normally it confirms like this is a good address or whatever, you know, but it wasn't working like that. And so I Googled it and was trying to figure it out. So I'm hoping that address was correct, because I didn't hear back from her whenever I tried to ask about it. So, okay, so here's this one. Okay, and that's Forest. I know it's kind of hard to tell on the video, but it's Forest Pace green, okay? And hopefully this isn't too bright. It doesn't look very Christmassy, but I do have some ribbon and stuff to try and pull this all together. So we're gonna, hopefully not, this yellow might be too much, but we'll see. All right. And I do have this ready to go. What is going on here? I've got a brand new battery out, but apparently it's not a brand new battery anymore. So it is hot still, at least. Okay. So this is what I was thinking, that I kind of wanted to do like a little bit of a wrap. So I pulled out a bunch of ribbon, of thin ribbons. And I wanted to kind of wrap it around the top and then make a pretty bow. Amazon messes up your address. That's crazy. Mine, luckily, Amazon has no problem finding my house. I'm sure I'm like on their regular daily schedule for deliveries because it's an everyday thing around here for Amazon boxes. In fact, I told Chris a few minutes ago, there's a UPS box by the door for you, and he said, what do you need me to do with it? And I'm like, take it to work with you tomorrow? Drop it off for me? And he's like, oh, I thought you meant you needed me to bring it in. I'm like, no. But that's because I get stuff delivered to me every day. Cause y'all, I'm not trying to go out of here. In fact, I'm already having kind of a little bit of a panic because now I'm gonna have to leave the house every day to take Dozer to doggy daycare. So that's gonna be twice a day. I'm gonna have to get out of my house. Like, I'm stressing out a little bit about that. Isn't that weird? Cause I don't go anywhere. It's so weird. I mean, I traveled all over the U.S. for all of 2019 with no issues whatsoever, and now I'm freaking out about going down the street twice a day. I mean, yeah, twice a day, once in the morning and once in the evening. So this does not look half bad, okay? Now, I know that's not very Christmassy, but we're about to spruce it up a little bit. So this is what I was thinking. That I would take a couple, maybe, of these and wrap them. And then, let me do this one at a time, actually. Like right there, and then okay. I'm just using a tiny dot, and I might go on the back too and add some more just so this doesn't slip around. So like, just like a dot over the top of it is probably fine. And then I want to go around because I want this to be more, have a Christmassy effect on it. Right there, and then covering it partially, there we go. And then I want to make a bow with the remaining. I have a ton of ribbon that I pulled out. I probably got way too much, but you know, there's never too much for a good puffy bow, you know? And I was thinking we'd make one of those messy bows because I just love those. They're super simple to make and they're really fun to have on your projects. They just bring it right to life. So, and I think that will make this feel more Christmassy. So let's do, I think that length is pretty good since that's like our leftover length, you know? And then we'll have a ton of ribbon here because these are way long. So I could probably do several. I have a lot of fun ribbons that I got from Dollar Tree. I usually, because I make kits and stuff like that with ribbon, I'll buy the big packs. I'll go online and order a box of ribbon from Dollar Tree and just have it delivered. Or you can do store pickup if you want, and it'll be like 3 rolls of each, whatever the design is. I really like to do that. Now, that may not be something that you want to do, but it might actually be something that you might want to think about doing, especially if you're going to be making a lot of specific gifts or whatever, okay, that are all seasonal. So I'm going to try and do all these at the same time. And I mean, they don't all have to be exactly the same length, but I would like them to be the same. Yes, go online to Dollar Tree and you can order all their stuff. And I like to do it because I buy my super glue that way. It's a lot. It's like $30. It's like 24 2-packs. But I use a lot of that super glue, so it makes sense for me to do that because I use it for my cutouts. But I do it with ribbon too because they don't always have the good selection of ribbon in the store. So, alright, so now I'm just going to take my ribbon and I'm going to put it in an X pattern and I'm just going to alternate all of the different patterns that I have, okay? Just laying them on top of each other. Let's see. And this one's going to be a nice fluffy bow because there's so much ribbon here. I do have one of these 4-inch. You know, these bows would be really fun to do for Christmas presents. I'm just thinking that right now, and I think they would be a lot of fun on Christmas presents. I love that idea. Now, I wouldn't probably use a ton of ribbon on each one, maybe a couple pieces of each, depending on how many presents you have, right? That's where it may or may not make sense for you. Now, for me, I only do a couple presents. If I wrap any, to be honest with you. Depending on if we go home for Christmas, then I have all my stuff sent and I wrap them once I get there. But if we're not going home, then I just have everything mailed to Chris's sister usually and to my mom, and just they wrap it. So, but these would be really fun on a, I need to, let me see. I'm going to pull one piece out of here to use as the center. I forgot. I need a centerpiece. Okay, so this is a great bow, y'all. And this would be a really cute hair bow too. Look how cute that is. Like for a little girl. Y'all, I'm getting all kinds of ideas. I love that idea. Such a cute little hair bow. I used to have some really cute puffy bows that my mom probably paid some outrageous price for. And just imagine this bow right here is not free, but I mean, this is a lot of Dollar Tree ribbon. Now, some of it is Hobby Lobby ribbon bought on sale. So, you know. Alright, now I'm going to just take this extra piece that I pulled out of here and wrap it around the center to cover up this little zip tie. Okay, now, but that would be a great way to do it if you're going to be making little bows like this for your presents. You could buy one of those things from Dollar Tree, one container of ribbon or two or however many you want of the holiday ribbon, and go to town, my friends. Just cut a bunch of small short lengths and just put together several bows at a time. And obviously, again, you wouldn't have to use this much ribbon. This is a ridiculous amount, okay? Because I was thinking I was going to do something different with it whenever I was cutting it, but I love that idea. So that's something that I would have done when Ivy was growing up, because I was that mom that like did everything 10 times more extravagant than really was necessary, because I don't know why, but I would wrap every single individual thing. Like some people, you know, they'll wrap like multiple things together. No, she's getting every single thing wrapped individually. If she got batteries with one of her presents, those batteries are getting wrapped individually because you're opening it. All right, so I think I'm going to add just a little bit of glue back here underneath. Just to hold that down, okay? So that it doesn't move around. So there's my finished little Christmas sign, okay? And I think that's pretty cute, actually. Sort of Christmassy. The bow really does it in, of course. And the ribbon helps to take that yellow out of the eye. But I hope that you guys love this. Now, you can comment the word bright to get the transfer, this palette sign, and the cutouts tonight on sale. And I hope y'all love this. Anyways, I will see you all tomorrow. Go take a look at my VIP at all of the new stuff that's coming out and the stuff that's unpausing. Really, really exciting about all of those. So I'll be going live on Thursday morning to show you my website and how to zoom around there and go shopping. Okay? I love you all. Have a wonderful evening and a great Monday tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow night. Thank you so much for joining me.